Yeah, I had audio trouble with this video, so I just sped up the whole thing. But I'm going to tell you some of the things I was doing. The radiator I had to move over because the hose came out over here. That was no big deal, so I moved the radiator, just made new tabs. I got a level on here, so I leveled that up. That's what I was doing with the wood. I had originally 3 cross members. I took it out because when I slide it all the way over, my exhaust, if I put pipes here, a support here for the transmission, which I want to do, because so I cut that off, and I moved the piece over to here. That's what I was doing. So I cut the piece off of here and moved this over here and welded that on there. I didn't show that, so that's welded on there. And I haven't quite decided yet, but somehow I'm going to mount it, the transmission, to these 2 top bell housings here. These 2 bolts here. I haven't decided yet how to do it. That's if I don't want to have it. If I run it without a transmission, I need some support here and the engine mount. So I'm going to make that. Again, I'm going to make everything removable. If I get a different engine, I can just pull this out and get rid of it. This is going to slide down here. And catch the transmission, I hope. Again, if that don't work, I'll change it. Now this bell housing, I don't know if you picked up on that, but the dowels that the shield or the bell housing slides into were too tight, so I had to clean out these holes. For some reason, these dowels are too tight on this bell housing. Again, this is the one I bought. This is not the one that came with it, but this is the one you need for a 302 to a C4. The gas tank that you see me making, I can put it anywhere. But if I have a transmission here, probably, I don't know, but I can put it anywhere. Same with the battery. I'm going to build a battery tray next. I can put that anywhere. I just don't know where. I just need to make it. I also have a mic now. We'll see if this mic is working. Well, I guess the problem I was having before is when you were far away, you come close, you go far away, the sound keeps changing. And so that's where I'm at. I think I explained everything. After this video, I think I'm going to be down to the gauges. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it yet. I also bought some muffler pipes and some mufflers. Just the cheapest pieces I could find. I'm going to have to modify them. So maybe I'll put that in this video and maybe not. And that's where I'm at. So now I'm going to build another one just like that. I like gas tank holder. Double check myself. You also learn something. If you're doing this, go at least a 1/2 inch big on all sides for inside welds. So I think I got more like a 1/4 inch, but I would say go a 1/2 inch on all sides. It worked good on the battery, on the gas tank box. This one I made a little bit tighter. So I got to make sure I weld these pieces to the outside, not to the inside. So I'll just show you what I figured out the easiest. Again, I'm not a fabricator, zero. But what I found out the easiest way for me, this is the easiest way. One side at a time. Again, I cut them all long because I don't want to cut them short, I guess. So I guess I need the shortest one. That's I'll line up one side. So it's more work, but safer for me. I'll take the best square edge, which is this one. That's it. I just screwed up. I was supposed to put a big piece on there. Well, I'll just put it on the outside. Glasses was fogging up. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine. Because I welded it to the outside, I got plenty of room. I ran out of 2-inch pieces. I gotta make it the same. I gotta cut this. Damn it. Okay, well, I only got one piece wrong, so it's not bad. There's a hole here. I'm trying to build it up. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I just want to build an engine stand. So I'm trying to. I think my next step is I'm going to bolt this to the bell. I'm going to take this off, bolt the C4 transmission to the bell housing, put it back on, put it on, get it level. I just want to see where I am, and then after that, I'm not sure. So I got this portable table that I showed before. I really love it because I can move it anywhere really easy. Makes more sense to me to bring it over near here for now. I should really get some primer on here. It's cold in here. I turn the heater on. It's probably 45 degrees. So I got to heat this up. Rust reformer, $10. I'm not going to put the torque converter in. This is just to fit everything. So the starter goes on the car. The front of the car is that way. So I got to put this like it goes. And the starter goes over here. I need to raise this up. Sucker's heavier than it looks. Okay, so now I can put this in. Yeah, I ought to paint the other side now. Maybe if I use these, I can adjust it. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. Legs on this lift go right underneath this table. I didn't plan it that way, but they clear by that much. better a hair low if I can jack it up. That's almost perfect. Well, the engine stands long enough, that's for sure. Can't remember. Pretty good. These are too tall. Just barely. I have to think about this. I can either cut these down or get a thicker piece of metal, or just raise it up and double it up. Let's see. I gotta cut these. It's not working out quite the way I planned. I mean, it works, but I just want everything removable simply. So what do? I guess I could put it on the side, but then I'd have to weld it. Now I gotta cut these down. Cut them way down. I'm just thinking to myself here. Oh, you know, another option. I can slide these in. What did that do for me? Put a piece of pipe in here. Put this on. I mean, it's plenty strong. It's only that far apart. I'm gonna cut these down. Don't want to do it, but I'm gonna see if I'm still level. Yeah, I'm level. Anyway, I'm gonna work this out. Think about this for a while. Again, I'm not a fabricator. I'm just winging it. But to me, this is fun. I like to do stuff that I've never done. But this is what I come up with. I'm gonna cut these down lower, all the way around, both sides. Then I can put a piece of pipe in there with the flat plate that bolts here. Then I can just slide it in. If I get a different transmission, I can just have a different length tube with the different plate. I think that's the easiest thing. The other thing I was wondering about is shifting. I don't know if you can see that. The idea to put the transmission in was that I could test it and go through the gears. But, you know, a car has a lockout in it, so you don't actually go into park or reverse. So I got to think about how to do that. Maybe I don't know. There's a million ways I could do it. I mean, I could put a shifter up here that could only go so far with a bar across. So that's the future. And then also, this is not centered. It's off about 1 inch. And I don't understand why. But I think once I get this mount built, I can twist this engine. So that's my plan. Cut these. I probably should just get the transmission out of the way. Trying to work around it is gonna be a bitch. And it's simple, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this transmission right out of my way. Still gotta figure out the bolts. I must have them somewhere. This is great though. This is really awesome. I mean, this is great. Oh, by the way, the transmission didn't come back as far, so I could. I guess the fuel tank should go near the front. I need to get that wood out of there. I need to finish this. But anyway, here's these two mounts. Battery. Fuel tank. I guess I could even put them on the inside. I can do whatever I want. This is great. This is great. Anyway, I gotta cut these down. I bought this scribe at the metal shop. It was only like $4. I think it said it's titanium. Oh, look. This is why I need to build some trays on here too. Cut them the same length. If I keep everything the same, then I can measure out the top or the bottom, if that makes sense. So it looks like I can cut off about 3 inches maximum. I'm getting old. As I said, I'm almost 70. Can't move around like I used to.
Hey, what up, girl? How you doing? I don't want to come on too strong or nothing like that, but I've been thinking about you. And I've been wondering where you lay up. Where you at? So, sure. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it? That thing you do. Follow you blindly, I'll be your fool. Where do you go to? Where do you go? Where do you go to? I wanna know. How do you do it?
Before I go up to the house, I just decided to put this in place. What's good about it is I can slide it this way. I can slide it this way. I can go up. I can't go down. But again, all I need for another engine is that piece right there. And the holes line up. Or I can move it around, see? Again, I can move everything around. I can slide it this way, that way. It's perfect. Love it. Yeah, I didn't leave yet, but I just came up with another idea. So we know these, again, we're talking about the transmission mount. We know the legs can move this way, but there's no way for me to go that way. So I think if I put this inside of here, then I can slide it this way, you know, get this down lower, weld some tabs, And if I ever want to change it, I just cut the tabs off or weld, I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking about right now. And the exhaust, you can see the exhaust will still come right out through here. No problem. I don't think there's a problem. Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it.